This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids. What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus, and now that we have the conference finals set, it's time to talk about what we feel about them. First, we're going to talk about the Eastern Conference, and that is the Cleveland Cavaliers against the #1 seed Atlanta Hawks. Cleveland had a rough start, shaky beginning, but they gelled towards the end of the season. Fortunately, during the first playoff series, they lost one of their key components, Kevin Love, but they were able to gut out a series victory over the Chicago Bulls to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. Atlanta Hawks, now they're not without their injuries, although I don't. Some might argue that their injuries aren't as key as losing someone like Kevin Love is, but that's neither here nor there. The Hawks, while they've had a great season, in my mind, they've kind of struggled in the playoffs, and maybe that's just me. Felt like they gave up 2 games they shouldn't have to the Nets, come against the Washington Wizards, and I feel like they were kind of bailed out by the John Wall injury. Seeing how well John Wall performed in the last game, game 6, it was interesting to see that despite him being out, they still had to claw their way to victory, and it makes you wonder what would this series have been had John Wall never had the fractures in his hand. You know what I mean? So plus, as I've always said, the Wizards seem to have the wherewithal to fold when they don't necessarily need to fold, because let's be real, Atlanta didn't necessarily take the Wizards out. They survived the Wizards for the most part. They were pretty much all close games for the most part in that series. So Atlanta's looking a little shaky. I've said in the beginning I felt like they were kind of shaky, but even with that said, I can't dismiss the fact that they are the #1 seed. I mean, and when I say that I feel like they're a shaky #1 seed, you have to remember, compared to some of the other teams that have a lot more battle tests, Atlanta's always been prone to disappoint leading up to this year more than anyone else. Chicago might be the next closest team when it comes to disappointing playoff runs, but Atlanta's not done that well, and them having this phenomenal season, I guess I'm just more buying into some of their past than what they're doing now. But that being said, what they're doing now didn't necessarily impress me either. So I don't know. Atlanta's they're a very confusing, worrisome team to me at this point, and I feel like they're kind of lucking their way through things. Again, they're well coached and they have talent, but I feel like they've been blessed with some really good situations to move on, because I really didn't think they were going to get past the Wizards until John Wall got injured. So, but take that with a grain of salt. We're in a new series, different matchup. None of that matters right now. All that matters is, what are these teams going to do right now? Now, the Cavs have been able to play very well without Kevin Love. They've been able to do, score points, been able to play some good basketball. LeBron has become a monster again. He's just putting the team on his back. Even with Kyrie Irving having trouble with his foot, LeBron's just doing it right now, and that's a scary thing. That being said, I feel like Cleveland is another situation where Atlanta's got a team in the best position that they could possibly get them. With Kyrie Irving battling through an injury, struggling in the playoffs because of it, no Kevin Love, they catch Cleveland looking more of a one-man show than they have all the season, and being a very, very good team basketball, team play basketball team, I think Atlanta might just beat Cleveland. This is a tough one. Seriously, it is a tough one. I honestly, while I feel like Atlanta may luck into this. I will say this: I do believe that Cleveland somehow will pull it out within six games. Cleveland is going to win. I think that's where I'm going with this. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Atlanta pulled it out because of the variables. But I just feel like Cleveland right now, they're on a mission. LeBron, he's out to prove something, and he will not be stopped. He smells blood, and he's going to go for it because he wants to be back into the finals and hopefully redeem last year. But I guess that's who I'm going with. It should be an interesting series. It's going to be a very interesting series. Anyway, you guys hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Vegas, and I'm out. Deuces.